Look at this. We just got done shooting this episode, so that's the aftermath. I'm just gonna leave it. So yesterday I was at the grocery store and I went into the bread aisle, and you know what was missing from the bread aisle? The bread. No bread in like 4 different grocery stores. This is a great opportunity to teach you guys how to legit make some bread. For all you single ladies out there, knowing how to make a loaf of bread is a desirable trait, especially if that man is attracted to pilgrims. Bread is such a common thing in restaurants and in grocery stores, so in learning how to make your own, you start to really appreciate it more. I searched the internet and I talked to friends, getting their opinion about a really, really easy bread recipe, and this is it. You don't even need a pen and a piece of paper. Just sit back, relax, just watch the process. All right, let's bake some bread. We already did it, but you get the gist. Everything you need is right here. 3 cups of flour. I'm using white flour, but you can use whole wheat flour. 1 1/2 cup of hot water, not boiling, just hot. 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's it. That's how simple this is. All right, mix your dry ingredients. Mix your flour, your yeast, your salt in a bowl and give it a nice stir. Slowly pour your hot water and just mix that all together. I really like to get my hands in there. It's fun and it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Once that's all mixed together, cover that with saran wrap and let that stand at room temperature for 3 hours. It doesn't have to be exactly 3 hours. It can be 4 or 5 if you have something to do, but approximately 3 to 5 hours. Let's move to the oven. First, we gotta pet the pupper. Then grab your Dutch oven. Put your Dutch oven into the oven and crank it up to 450 degrees. You wanna get your Dutch oven nice and hot before we put the dough in it. You don't have a Dutch oven, I got this one at Ralph's for like $45. While your oven is heating, sprinkle some flour on a hard surface. Plop that dough right in the center. You just want to cover it with flour and with your hands just mold it into the shape you want. I'm just doing your basic standard round loaf. I like to put 2 knife slithers right on top. For this recipe, I'm keeping it super, super simple, but you can add basically anything to the top or the inside. You can really get creative with it, but just for right now, I'm just teaching you the basic standard white loaf. I like that word, loaf. That's a great word to say, loaf. All right, once you got the shape you like, put that dough on some parchment paper and drop that into a bowl. Cover it with a towel and let that sit for 30 minutes. My oven usually takes 30 minutes to hit 450, so while the oven is heating with that Dutch oven inside, I'm doing all this dough work. After 30 minutes and your oven hits 450, remove the Dutch oven from the oven. Then you're gonna lift up that parchment paper and dough and plop it right in the Dutch oven. Cover that and bake that for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, remove the lid and then remove the loaf from the parchment paper and then set the loaf back in the Dutch oven and put that back in the oven uncovered. Bake that for another 15 minutes. This is what's gonna give that loaf a nice crispy crust. After 15 minutes, you're completely done. So just set your loaf on the counter and let it cool before you serve it, because it is gonna be hot. It's gonna be real hot. You officially know how to make a loaf of bread. Congratulations. Like I said in my last video, I'm really highly addicted to avocado toast. So this kind of bread would be amazing with just avocado smeared on it and then some of that everything but the bagel seasoning. I've perfected the art of making bread and it's super addicting. Once you get in the rhythm of it and figure out what you like as far as the kind of flour and what you can put in it, you go from like being so hesitant, like, oh my god, that looks really confusing and it's going to take forever, to, oh my god, I'm gonna open a bakery. I'm gonna open my own bakery, a little bakery. I'm gonna sell bread and muffins, and then it's gonna be a big bakery. And then we're gonna go global with it. I love bread. Bread is so delicious. I'm Italian, so I love bread and I love tomatoes and I love gelato. All right, have a great day. Get out there and make a freaking loaf.